Hi, I'm Kathy Heimberger and I'm a yoga teacher with the Senior Center. Today I'm going to lead you through a chair practice. So find a chair that you feel is stable and come to sit towards the front of the chair. Place both feet onto the ground and then slide your palms to the very top of your thighs. And as you press your hands gently into your thighs, let your spine lift up towards the ceiling. And then, as you take a breath in, draw your shoulder heads up by your ears and feel the sides of your waist get long all the way to your armpits. And then on a nice slow exhale, release the shoulders down. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale as the shoulders come up towards the ears. And slowly exhale as you release. Keep the length of your spine as your shoulders soften. Let your gaze be soft. Let it fall to someplace in front of you on the floor as you just come to your breath. Notice how your body's feeling as you start your practice here. Make any adjustments that you can feel comfortable. Please always be mindful of what limitations that you are dealing with today and use my words as a suggestion how to move, never a requirement. So when you're ready, take your chin down toward your chest and then slowly roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. As you feel your exhale begin, slowly come back to center. Just pausing for a breath in and a breath out. And then slowly left ear to the left shoulder. And then as you exhale, slowly come back to center. We'll do that one more time on each side. Inhaling as we take the shoulder and the ear together. Exhaling as we slowly come back to center. One more time to the left. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling. Just letting your head be heavy here for a moment. And then slowly start to lift your head, lift your gaze. Slide your hands down towards your knees. And we're going to slowly start with some cat-cows. So bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Starting there, slowly send your tummy forward and your chest forward, and maybe you start to lift your gaze. And then as you exhale, starting at the base of the spine, slowly round your back, draw your chest back, maybe your chin starts to tuck, your arms maybe straighten. And then we're just going to move through this about 5 times, back and forth, one movement with each breath. So you might notice as I start to lift my chest, my elbows bend. And then as I start to round, I start to straighten my arms. I'm not really pushing or pulling, but just having that movement happen in my arms as I work through my spine. Just kind of gives us a direction of a sense in which we are moving. And we'll do one more here. And then slowly come back up to center. Now take your arms down by your side and we're going to start to reach the arms out from the shoulders. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling and bend your elbows. With your fingertips lightly on the shoulders, we're going to start to circle the elbows, one forward, one back, kind of like we're rowing a boat. So just bringing a little bit of movement here at the shoulders. And then slowly reverse that. then coming back to center. Keep your shoulders and your elbows wide. And now bring your elbows together and feel the shoulders on your back of your ribs spread wide. And then maybe you open the shoulders and the elbows up and squeeze the elbows back a little bit and feel a little bit of opening through the front of the chest. We'll just do that in each direction one more time. And then come back to center with your elbows out to the side. Now bring your left hand down to the chair and we're going to start to side bend. Maybe start to lift that right elbow up. Maybe straighten the arm and reach it overhead if that feels comfortable. And see if you can take a deep breath into that right lung. And a slow exhale out as you slide the hand back to the shoulder and come back to center. We'll do that on the other side. So the right hand's going to come to the side of the chair. Left arm lifts. Turn the palm up, bend the elbow. And then when you're ready, start to side bend to the right. Elbow's going to lift up towards the ceiling. If that's feeling okay and you want to try to straighten the arm and just get a little bit more stretch through that left side, you can. Or stay with your hand on the shoulder and take a deep breath into that left lung. And then slowly come back to center. Bring your hands back towards your knees and round through your back. Make like that cat position in your back and take a deep breath into your back of your lungs. And a slow exhale as you release that. Slowly come back out to center and take your arms back out to the side. Bend the elbows and then bring your palms together at heart center. Using your thumbs here at the base of your breastbone to just bring your awareness where you're going to move from. We're going to rotate the ribs slowly to the left. And then slowly come back to center. And we're going to do that on the other side. So rotating to the right. As far as feels comfortable to you. And then slowly back to center. Let's try that one more time on each side. So rotating to the left. The ribs just roll gently to the left. Back to center. And then gently to the right. Back to center. Release your hands back down to your thighs. Just pause. Take a breath in. And a slow breath out. Now we're going to start to march the legs a little bit. So we're just going to start to lift the left foot off the ground and then place it back down. And then the right. And again to the left. So we're just warming up our legs a little bit. And then placing both legs onto the ground. Bring your arms back up. Maybe you bend the elbows again. You could place the fingertips at the back of the head, or maybe just stay in this cactus position. And now I'm going to pull my lower belly, glide it in and up, just gently, so I'm nice and stable through the lower belly. Now as I twist to the left, I'm going to lift that left knee just a little bit, bring that right elbow there, and then slowly come down. And then I'm going to twist to the right, belly's pulling slightly in and up just to support that low back as we move. And then we'll do that one more time on each side. So just twisting, lifting, twisting. Maybe just come up on your toes. That's okay too. Back to center, release your arms down. Now I'm going to straighten the right leg and the toes are just going to come up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to slide a little bit to the edge of my seat just so I have a little bit more room to move. And I have my hands on my thighs just to give my spine a little bit of support. And as I reach my toes up towards the ceiling, I'm going to lengthen the back of my calf down towards my heel as I push the heel down into the floor. And then slowly start to hinge forward any amount from your hip crease here. You might feel a little stretch on the back of that thigh, right towards the center. Just see what you notice. Don't go into feeling any pain towards the knee or up here at the hip. So just go as far that you can maintain a level of comfort and stability. And then slowly rise back up. Bend that knee, and then we'll take that on the other side. So the left leg straightens, and I'm going to press my heel down. That'll help so I don't put too much pressure on my knee. And then I'm going to lengthen the back of the calf towards the heel, just activating that leg a little bit more. And then with my hands on my thighs for a little bit of support, lengthen up and slowly start to fold. Just come as far as feels comfortable. Feel that stretch on the back of this thigh here. And then slowly rise back up. Rebend the knee. Now we're going to pivot to our left. So I'm going to have my left knee bent, and I'm just going to let my right knee drop towards the floor, and I'm putting my left hand here on the chair just to give me a little bit of support. And as I sit here, I'm just going to press through my right heel a little bit and shift the front of my right hip just forward, just slightly, maybe feeling a little bit of stretch on the front of the thigh. And if that's feeling okay and you want to take the arm forward and up, start to reach up a little bit. And then maybe start to side bend, again, breathing into that right side of your lung. And then slowly come back, turn forward, and then we'll try that on the other side. So the right knee is forward, and I'm going to let my left knee fall towards the ground, placing my right hand on the chair. And as I let the knee go down towards the ground, I'm going to push a little bit through that back heel and send my frontal hip point just forward just a little bit till I feel a little stretch on the front of the thigh. And then if that's feeling okay and you want to reach the arm up, you might feel a little more stretch just with the arm overhead, or maybe side bend here. And then coming back to center and slowly coming back forward. Just pause for a moment, recenter yourself. We'll start with some sun salutations. So if taking your arms overhead doesn't feel good to you, just take them as high as feels comfort for you. So taking the arms down by the side, start to send your arms forward and up. Bring your palms together and slowly exhale through heart center. Take a moment as you arrive here, and then release the arms down. Send the arms forward and up. Bring the palms together and take your whole exhale to lower your hands to your heart. Now I'm going to show you with the arms out to the side. If you want to continue with the arms forward and up, you're welcome to, but this is just another option for you. Now that as the hands release and come down by the side, I'm going to take the arms out to the side. Palms turn up. Inhale all the way up as the palms come together, and my whole exhale as I release them down. And we'll just take that 2 more times, so the arms circle out and up, lengthening through the sides bodies. Palms come together, whole exhale as they lower back down. One last time. This time now we're going to take a forward fold. So the hands are going to come back to the thighs, and I'm going to start to hinge forward any amount, release my head, and then I'm going to use my hands and my feet to press down as I rise back up, Let the arms circle out and up or forward and up. Exhale slowly back to center. And take that forward fold. Press the feet and the hands down as you rise back up. Circle the arms out and up. One last time. Slowly exhale back to center. And then slowly fold. Press the feet and the hands down as you rise back up. Now we're going to turn back to the left and we're going to come into our warrior two pose. So my left knee is forward and I'm going to drop this right knee down towards the ground. And I have a hand on the chair just so I can get myself situated. And then I'm going to use my hand on my low ribs and slowly turn my ribs forward as I keep this knee going to the left here. Maybe one arm, maybe both, as I look over those front fingertips. And then I'm going to slowly turn those palms up, reach up as I inhale. And then as I exhale, hands come back to heart center. And I'm going to push the breath away as I exhale. One more time, inhaling as we reach up. And a slow exhale as we lower. And press right back out to that warrior two. Look over your fingertips. Now I'm going to bring my right hand down to the chair and turn my left palm up for reverse warrior. Reaching up and over and breathe into that left side of your lung. And then I slowly bring the hand down to my thigh, release my right hand, and I'm going to start to hinge forward a little bit and straighten out that right arm. And then start to swing it towards your nose a little bit as you come into a side angle pose. Take a breath in, slow breath out. Press into your front foot as you rise back up. Slowly come back to center. Take your knees nice and wide and slide back to the middle of the chair. And just press the palms into the knees so that you keep your knees right over the center of your foot. And just take a moment and lengthen up through your spine. Now bring your left hand to the seat and reach your right arm up. And then slowly reach up and over as you side bend here a little bit. And then slowly come back to center. And we'll switch to the other side. Left arm out, palm turns up towards the ceiling, and then reaching up and over as you side bend. Coming back to center. Bring your hands to the thighs, palms face forward, and just press your hands into your knees. And now bring your hands to your heart center, and just pause here for a moment. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach your arms all the way up and stretch. And then slowly bring your hands back to center. And one more time, arms reach up. And then back to center. Bring your hands back to the thighs as you heel toe your feet back to the middle of the chair. And take a breath in and a breath out. Now we're going to turn to the right and take our warrior pose here. So as I turn to the right, I place my hand on the chair just to give myself some stability as I drop that left knee down to the ground. And then I bring my hands to my low ribs as I slowly revolve my ribs to the left. Start to reach maybe one or both arms out, coming into your warrior two. And then turn the palms up. Inhale, reach up, inhaling. As I exhale, slowly come back to heart center and press the arms out. We'll do that 2 more times. And last time, inhaling. Slowly exhaling. hold here in your warrior two, looking at that front finger. Drop your left hand to the chair, turn the right palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach up and over. And as you exhale, bring that hand down to the thigh, release your left arm and swing it forward towards your nose and stretch from your fingertips all the way into that back heel. And then slowly release, bring your hands to the chair, pivot forward. Just pause as you slide towards the front. And we're just going to take a tree pose here. So we're going to keep the left foot on the floor and we're going to start to turn the right foot out to the side with the knee bent. You can stay right here, or maybe you bring your arms into those cactus arms and bring them to heart center. See if you can just take 3 full breaths here, following your breath in and out. And then one more breath as you lower down, bring that foot forward. And we'll take that on the other side. So just turning the left knee out. If we were standing doing this tree pose, this left foot would be up against the standing leg, which would be the right. But since we're sitting, we're just giving it a little bit more support here and just lengthening up through the spine. And then as you bend your arms, bring your hands to heart center. 3 full breaths here. Maybe you lift the elbows and broaden through the collarbones. Following the breath in and out. And then releasing your hands as you bring that left foot forward. Come back to that nice slow march. So lifting the right knee, then the left. You can have your hands on the chair or your thigh. And now as you start to lift the right knee, maybe you hold the knee into your chest. As you round your back a little bit, and then slowly release. Maybe the arms circle out and up as you take a breath in. And as you exhale, left knee lifts. Draw the knee in as you round through your back just slightly and release. Now we're going to come back to that right knee. As the right knee lifts, we're going to slowly cross that right ankle over the left knee and just allow the right knee to drop towards the floor. Let your toes point towards the front of your room. Just let your hand rest on your thigh. One on each thigh, just to give your spine a little bit of support. Some of us might feel a stretch in this right outer hip, just with the knee drifting down to the floor. But if you would like another option, here is option 2. With the hands on the thighs, slowly start to fold forward just till you start to feel the stretch on that right hip. Just take a couple breaths into that right hip. Just encouraging it to soften and lengthen just a little bit. And then slowly come back up. Bring the right foot down. Now we'll take that on the other side. So the left knee lifts, cross the left ankle over the right knee. With the left toes pointing forward, bring one hand to the left thigh, one to the right. See if you can lengthen up through your spine. Option 1 is to stay right here. Option 2 is you start to hinge forward any amount till you feel that stretch on the outer left hip. And then slowly come back up to center. Bring your left foot down. And I'm going to slide forward onto the chair, and I'm going to bring my hands behind me. So we're going to take a bridge pose here. So my shoulder heads are going to start to come up towards the ears, draw back, and then down my back ribs. We'll just do that a couple times. So reaching up, back, and down. Last time, up, back, and down. As my shoulder blades slide down the back, I'm going to start to lift forward and up. Extending through the spine, maybe look up at the ceiling, and breathe into the front of the ribs now. And then slowly release as you come back to center. And we'll do that one last time. So the hands come to the back of the chair, and I'm start to lift the shoulder heads up, back, and down. As the hands press down, I start to lift up through the spine, slide the shoulder blades down the back ribs as I start to lift the chest, opening through the front of the body as I start to breathe into the front lungs. And then slowly release. Come back to the center of your chair and straighten your legs any amount. There could be a slight bend to the knees, so we'll just take a forward fold here. So with the hands on the thighs, slowly let yourself hinge at the hips as you slide your hands down your legs any amount. Let your head just hang. Just releasing the whole back line of the body. And then bringing one hand at a time to your thigh as you press your hands down, upright your torso. Walk your feet back. Gently lift the right knee, crossing the right knee over your left knee. Now we're going to take a little bit of a twist. So coming back to the beginning of the class when we used our hands here at our heart center to rotate our ribs around, just remember that as we start to bring one hand behind, one hand to the front, and then slowly rotating the ribs to the right, coming into your twist so that we're not pushing or pulling, but we're using our muscles to get us into that position. And then maybe you turn your gaze towards that back shoulder. And then slowly unwind. Uncross the feet. And we'll take that on the other side. So just lifting the left knee as you cross it over your right. My left hand's coming behind, right hand to the front knee, and I'm just turning the ribs around to the left. You could even turn your palm to face forward, help to broaden through the front of your chest as you come into the twist. And then if you'd like, you can turn, look over that back shoulder just a little bit. And then slowly come back to center. Bring the left foot down and slide all the way back. So when we take our final rest doing a chair practice, you just lean yourself back against the back of your chair. Have your hands on the thighs, elbows bent, just to give the weight of the shoulder drops into the weight of the elbow here. Hands give the spine a little bit of support. And then start to lengthen up through your spine just a little. And then take your chin and gently drop it down just slightly so the back of your neck is nice and long. And then gently close your eyes. And just take a moment just to absorb your practice, the movements that your body made. And then as you let yourself settle here, feel your feet on the ground, your seat connected to the chair. And let your body start to soften. Good work. Now it's time to let yourself rest. As you start to follow your breath in and out, encourage your body to soften a little bit more by widening the space between your eyebrows and softening the corners of your eyes. Gently unhinge your jaw. Softening around your throat so it expands into the space of your neck. Softening around your heart so it expands into the space of your chest. Soft belly, soft legs. And letting your mind just rest on the gentle flow of your breath now. Nothing left to do, nowhere else to go, just to be still. And you are welcome to stay in this resting pose as long as it feels good to you. And when you're ready to come out of this pose, gently turn your palms up toward the ceiling as you wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe you gently rock your head side to side. And then when you're ready, bringing your hands to heart center. And let your thumbs rest at the base of your breastbone as you lengthen up through the front of the spine. Gently bow your head towards your heart. Take a moment of gratitude to yourself for your practice today and for anything that you were able to do. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. Thank you for joining me.